Hey Matthew, how are you doing on this fine day? Things you love to hear. I'm glad. Got a couple things I need to tick off my list. And yeah. So the first thing I want to do is fix one of the run-ups, and then general cleaning up some animation stuff in prep for tomorrow. Me and Dad are gonna finish off the vaults. Um, make some general clean tweaks, and then we focus on some UI and visual stuff, and then we should have a version for you guys this week. Climbs are looking really good now, though. Really, really good. They feel really good as well. They feel amazing, I'll be honest. Let's see. So run up 19937. That's the first thing I want. This one here. If you see this weird, it takes off and it's in the air when it like boom snaps to the ground. So we just got to adjust the actual takeoff frame. I think I might have to say that the takeoff frame is actually like this one here. Yeah, so I think it might have to be like takeoff is that. Yeah, I thought so. Right, he said my camera is bugging on. Second. Oh, one beautiful image of me. Um, so I'll fix that in a second. Let me just.
Morning. I forgot to join in the Discord chat.
Buongiorno.
Buongiorno.
2 seconds.
This is it. This is it. I watched the video, the STORROR video that Drew was.
Oh, yeah, the one he's talking about
Uh,
the pepper
that
challenge.
was cool.
definitely.
Yeah.
What's going on with my? All of a sudden, not picking up. It's just fantastic. Okay, so that should be ready to go. Oh, there we go. We're back.
All right.
And we're gone again. For God's sake. Why is it being super fidgety today? What is going on today? It's not picking up the camera at all. It's just being. Okay, well, uh, it had it for like a split second, and then it lost it, and they had it again. Who's coming and disconnecting? You know, at this point, I don't. Can't freaking. Yeah, 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 exactly, guys. No beautiful me.
Camera says no.
Anyway,
No.
much better. Nice. That's nice. this stick. Let's improve the cup. That one's actually pretty good. These ones actually, it's the fun is bad. Mid-air, he gets it. Yeah. Cool. Cool. Nice. Sick. Awesome. Let's play around a little.
Hmm.
Check. Pieces and swirled updating point time. That's better. Yeah. I need to improve the eye. Just even with a terrible eye, pretty goddamn good. But it's just flawless, man. Really, it just like that sequence there is actually flawless. Like I really cannot even fault it. Some of the sequences are just pretty flawless. I won't lie to you.
I think that is the moment where we should stop tweaking stuff and ship it.
It is. Oh, it's actually ridiculously good. Then you can't take off from midair, so it doesn't do it. That's where you came with the bones. You really come on, pretty damn good.
Wow,
You see my
that was
screen?
good. Yeah, I'm seeing like 30 seconds delay stream, but like some of the some of the approaches they are like a little bit um sliding. Like especially the slow one. The slow one like looks like it's sliding off. Uh, yeah, at takeoff. Well, before takeoff, really. Maybe I'm not sure. Phase is a little bit questionable. Yeah, there. Like when it does that, like big step up, is completely flawless. I wonder if there is a. Mm, what like you do like get jump scale and clamped like that surely return a vector already, right? Why you just don't do it once? I don't know if you're talking, David, but your audio is completely off now. Oh yeah, you back.
My video broadcast just completely died.
Died on you.
No, yeah, sorry, no, what's it called? Yeah, no, I actually meant to change it back. I just never got around to it. I don't know why I did. I don't know why. Because I think the reason I split it up is a while ago I was using different values. I was testing out crap, so I kept it all separate. I don't know why I never just brought it in like that. I don't really need this here, but I'll put it here because I want to use it for debugging. Because I could just, and then same here, I don't need to pass in XYZ. I'll just pass in scale. This is us as well. Oh, this is the one for the second one. Okay. This is wrong. Oh, that's why, because I needed to change the. That's fine. Okay. There we go. You don't even really need to do this. I could just be like, go to you. Nice. Okay. So now I should have my debug on client values. What's annoying is that my mic now picks up way more stuff. I don't know why. I wonder why my video broadcast is being so.
I use the Elgato card thing, and every time I put the computer to sleep, it doesn't restart properly. I need to like completely
Yeah,
restart it.
there's something. Yeah, I think I have to actually just kill the whole NVIDIA broadcast thing. It's really sus. Like, Because I don't want it to pick up the music in the background because copyright. Okay. Okay, is it picking up? Yeah, okay. Okay, now it picks up into the thing there. Can you hear me now? Yeah, you can, can't you?
Yeah,
Cool. Okay, there you go.
loud and
Yeah, you
clear.
just gotta restart it. It's just a bit annoying, but yeah, that slowdown. The really slow ones, they just have a terrible um. Yeah, have a terrible slide. Well, that one there.
Um, is that because there more than like one phase on the way in?
I need to have a little check. It could be that. It could also be just because the change in speed is quite drastic. But it's still not slide.
Yeah, I think from what I've seen, the slide is mostly when you're blending a different number of phases. Like you're blending two phases into one phase, or whatever odd combination of phases. Okay, there is a bug in the that I'm trying to debug in the um in the find ledge. It doesn't find the ledge all the times, which is super annoying.
Yeah. I'm gonna. Yeah, I was gonna. Okay, if we're debugging. Okay, that 937 animation, the one that was super weird before, that's fixed now. It actually looks really good now, actually, as well. All the randoms look really nice. It all looks so good. What the hell? Especially 937, Jesus.
Oh, the decal is going over Josh, right? We
Is
can
it actually?
disable.
Pretty fucking good. Okay, so okay, I think the next thing. Okay, I want to check this stuff in quickly because I'm happier with that already. Uh, Okay, now, next thing I want to do is let's see if I can actually scale back. Well, make the filter for the thing a bit more correct. Z-wise, I think. Although I think 1.7 is a bit much. It's useful for the run-ups, but it's just a bit much, I think. At least that's what I'm finding. Because in some animations, just getting pulled to oblivion. Obviously, it minimizes it. Like we weight it quite heavily, so it's not as much of an issue. But I'm thinking maybe we're worth just like not even risking it. 1.7 is quite a bit, man. But I don't want to lose any coverage like that. We'll leave that for now on the Z. The Z really isn't much of the issue. It's mainly this XY. It's like 0.2. It's way too low.
That's weird.
Let me try 0.7. Honestly, I'm curious how responsive it's gonna be. Okay, so
What the hell? That didn't go well. Hmm?
ooh, that one did a bit weird thing. Three six one. I did something sus. Well, that one did something sus too. Oh, I see. Yeah, we just need to. It's cause yeah, it's because it immediately tries to push it to something that when it's really far away. That makes a lot of sense. To be honest, I mean, I thought it would detrimentally impact it, but it really hasn't. It's actually improved it significantly. Wow. I thought struggle for any kind of coverage, but seemingly we don't. We just hold the trigger, it does it completely fine. Makes sense because now our values are actually accurate. Likes the animation a lot, but yeah, it snaps a lot between. Maybe we need to turn on the IK later still. Maybe it's either that or we need just bone settings. But it's gonna snap to the extremes already, isn't it? Because yeah, it's like it's so far away, so it just stretches. Yeah, stretches out the body to the fullest. Seems like it just goes boom. Maybe we just do it later. Let me have a look. That change looked really good, actually. The change actually seems like it's a pretty good one. I wonder if we can push it even further. Seems like maybe we might not be able to, but I don't know, I'm curious. Maybe we could push it even further. Um, you know what? Let's turn on the IK significantly later. See if it's better. That's there. Yeah, okay, that's a million times better. Yeah, nice. That's actually really good. Yeah, nice, 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 nice. Okay, do the same video. Cool. Wow, that's really nice as well. That might be my favorite animation though. Crazy. That really might be my favorite one. Yeah, cool. Let's check this out. Try to get the information. Oh, beautiful. Lovely. Oh, fantastic. Yes, please. That's just fucking spot on. Wow, that 07907 clamp made all the difference in the world. Wow. can't climb when you're super close. Mm, not as consistent as I'd like though. Especially for those kind of, for everything else, it kind of makes sense, but no, it's fairly consistent to be fair. We just like, okay, I've got to go faster because then if you sprint that bit, I'm pretty sure it'll be alright. I don't know, maybe it's worth having, worth doing. So, I mean, it definitely made the warp ups and everything else better. Maybe for the run ups, we just want to. Let's see about these step ups as well. No, yeah, I mean the step ups, those are just. Okay, that's working. For God's sake, I was talking this whole time. My camera kept popping in and out, so that was what's screwing up my audio. That's really annoying, but yeah, makes it a lot better. I think let me check in there with like the. Well, let me jump. Let me stop running around this level. So we know it's good in this level. So, well, is it good in the other level? That's the question. I mean, I can still improve this IK rig, but I'm gonna leave it for now because it seems alright. It's probably the last thing I need to really clean up. Need to, the next main thing I'll get done tonight is the logic for when we update points, sync points, and stuff. Tomorrow. In general, moving pretty straight is pretty much. Oh, I knew it. This height is such an awkward one. Yeah. Yeah, see, in general, moving straight is pretty much spot on. Okay, I mean, with the new 07, it actually makes no difference. It pretty much always picks one still, which is really nice. That sequence there is flawless. Like, you actually really do pick them back to back. I think once we get the transition, like, once we get that transition between falling and the next climb down, it's gonna look so fucking good. Like, there, you see how I just snap sometimes? And then because you roll, you then struggle to. That's also what I need to. There. That thing I did there. Where you can warp forward loads in there inside the wall. Yeah, so there's a couple general tight space things to improve on. But in general actually, it's pretty good still. Yeah, like that. That is the issue, right? So so for the skew it does it especially. The scale not much of an the scale you don't really have that problem because it only scales it what the original thing is. Um okay. Okay, so I think really we just need to be a bit more careful on our update. Well, we got to do it at the right times as well. So we got to be a bit more time accurate with our update sync points and update scale. So we got to choose when we do it a bit better. Oh, you can't really. What was the devil? Oh, ask inviting trouble. See like there, right? It did update the sync point. Yeah, so there needs to just be a bit more of a. And then same with the IK point. I don't want it to go. There's a couple heights where we're missing a little bit of coverage, but that is just. Yeah, I don't know if I'm really willing to compromise on. Yeah, I don't know if I'm really willing to compromise on the shit at XY scale in order to get that. Because the improved XY scale has made the actual animations that get picked so much better, so much accurate. Although a couple more times you do kind of just bump into a wall. It's only really when I try and trigger it quite late. If I do it early, I have no issue. It just means you have to kind of be a bit more accurate with your motion and when you do it. Or just hold the thing the whole time. Yeah, I mean, better, I think, actually. See, why are you not picking up any? Still just rolling too much. Yeah, all the falls are just too. They take up too much space and time. There's none like you can just drop and go straight back into locomotion. That's make a note. And yeah. Okay, so I'm happy with the 0.7 for now. We can improve it. We know basically if we want to collide less with walls, drop the number. So that's not an issue there. Cool. Let me keep doing this for now. Um, Next thing I really want to, yeah, I really want to sort out this trace sync point logic. Like what points we're picking. But let me check this in for now. Is my audio off? Can you hear me now, Dada? Sorry, you should be able to, I think. So, carried away. Okay. Let's do that logic. If I get that done tonight, I'm happy to be honest. It's a good place then. If I can get it picking good things on a wall, I think I need to assess the angle. And basically, if you come in at an angle,
David.
Hello.
Oh, quick question. Line 362 of a trace manager. Um, Actually, I don't know. I changed a little bit, so maybe not 362. But when you do character owner locomotion manager is climbing and
Oh, here. Sorry. Sorry, yeah, I'm removing that now actually. Um I'm taking out of the trace manager, sorry. Um yeah, I did it in my old version. But you know, I don't know if you were here 2 days ago. You know when the GitHub got all crazy. I had that checked in, but then I deleted my branch. Um
all
Basically
right.
it's this is really I use it for whether or not you want to change your sync point. It's not really to do with the fine ledge. Um So ignore that for now. You can just delete it. That if you can see my screen, just delete that
Okay.
bit. I'm about to delete it
You
now
know,
myself.
because like you use get ledge trace data before get ledge trace data was actually calculated. So that would always be in a like basically random. And this is why it was like it was flickering like crazy because I mean that data there was always like randomly initialized. So yeah, that thing there was it was continuing or not totally randomly, and yeah, this is what I
But
noticed. And
the reason why I was using it because I wanted to check if the current ledge normal, right, of the trace I have is equal to my new one if I'm
yeah,
climbing.
but the first time that is an undefined value.
Oh, okay. So I thought this struct was initialized as like the up vector or forward vector or some shit like that. Okay. Okay. Cool. Cool. Because then it would just not be. It wouldn't go into this, right? It would just be like, okay, well, oh, because it doesn't equal, so it's never gonna equal. So if you're climbing, it's just gonna go. It's just gonna continue. Got you. Got you. Got you. Got you. Yeah, cool. Oh no, but it would pick up a ledge before you start climbing, no? So this climbing would be false by the time it's done this the first time.
But like here you're doing like you're doing like multiple times. I mean, you can do see like you're still using a ledge normal that is not calculated yet. I mean, you don't know what that ledge normal is gonna be, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I moved this to my update sync points, which is post doing a climb.
Okay, yeah,
I was using this as like this is post doing it because I can only do a climb once I have calculated a valid ledge. So I knew. So
yeah.
then, if this was true and this was true, then it was fine because this was almost. But this was basically depending on this, which is problematic. So yeah, this can go. I'm gonna do it. I'm doing it in my because this is. The reason why because fine ledge we're using in quite a generalized sense. So I didn't like this anyway because it's quite hyper specific to climbing. So um,
Yeah.
I just don't like it in general. So actually, I'll delete on my edge as well. So yeah, yeah, all yours. So now this climb analyze function. Why am I not just? Why did I do that? Didn't I just go through? Okay. Oh, because it wasn't a struct. It wasn't a functor before. That's what. No. Okay, so in here, launch time is equal to that. I don't like this because it's not just that it's less than the takeoff time. I think it means that because here, see, this here. Okay, yeah. Okay. Mhm. Okay, so. So. Oh my God, so we can use this. Let's say it's not just a case of is this right? It's still hungry now. I don't know. Um, okay, let's create a function. So for now, so if the month's time is less than takeoff sync time, yeah, and I guess we gotta say like I'm shattered today. What the hell? All right. Anyway, so we gotta say okay, and we got a couple things. I think we just need to um. Okay, so I think let's do the what I want to do is add a function. Jump scale valid. All right. And so what this will do is basically check is our jump scale within whatever what it does. So return zero 07 1.3. And the other one's 1.7. Cool. And then we say in here, I could do the same thing for it. So I can say jump scale climb to x is greater than jump scale is greater than the minimum, starting equals the max. And same thing here. Just a y because it makes more sense. Yeah. So that will check if the jump scale is valid. Right. So then in here we could say that can simplify our filter out as well. because we don't have to filter out specifically. Although I do like the ability to filter out individually on the X or Y, because we could better get to a point I don't filter out the X Ys. But I think that seems quite risky to us. So, is jump scale valid? Do jump scale is going to be that is what we're going to return. Is going to be that, and is the jump scale valid? So you're gonna be like, is it a valid jump scale given the jump you're doing, your takeoff distance, blah blah. So for some it might not be, because the scale might be more, might be less, whatever it is. Yeah, I think that's a key thing there. Yeah, I also think it might be worth doing the initial edge checks, but just to make sure it's same height wall, same normal. Like we could. I mean, I'm curious to see if the jump scale thing is something, because it might move it up a little bit, which is my fear. That normal check, I think, was quite useful. But let me check if this works, and if it does, then we can obviously layer it on top to make it be more robust. But don't think this should. I don't even use it, so it wouldn't even work. So Okay. Yeah, I see. Un poco loco. It's just updating it too much. It seems like it's updating it still a bit too much. Um, so tired today. So it's pretty bad. Looks as simple. Yeah, I want to draw. Okay, so it doesn't seem to be doing all the way to take off. No, it's probably because of the jump scale thing. Like, see, that is seems just dangerous there. Feels a bit slidey now. Yeah, super slidey now. Super, super, super slidey. So here is less than the takeoff time. I'm guessing it does need. See, this seems wrong. Just do this for now. The function is quite useful. Got usable. Let's see here. Okay, seems way better. So the ability to update it more is really important to avoid that slidiness. So yeah, so I think all we need to really be like is make sure the normal we could do. Do you know what I could do? Right. Is make sure the normals are in a similar direction and it's the same actor. Fly off and hit something else. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I like that. Okay. Okay. And then in the climb pre-processing, in here, once we picked up, blah, 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 then we say, okay, well, here, we say this, this, this. Then we say initial ledge trace data is going to be equal to get ledge trace data. Yeah. Beautiful. Very beautiful. Yeah, cool. Lovely, 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 lovely. So then what we can say is, so we initialize our trace data. Then we say back in our can update sync points here. We say check back to the same. It's going to be equal to right. If they're the same actor, then we're going to say Right, so that basically means like, okay, so we say, well, let's check if the act is the same. Let's check if the ledge normal, or the initial ledge normal, and the current new ledge normal, the dot product of the two are pretty similar, right? So we know the normal. So it can be a slightly curved wall, which isn't a problem, but it can't be anything crazy, right? So the wall can be slightly curved. That's fine. And then we'll do one more. Hmm? So if the ledge act is the same, you have a similar wall normal, and you have not taken off, um, then you can update the sync points. So hopefully, it'll give us that slidey effect. We're very happy if this works out. Oh, it's not gonna work. I did a variable, didn't I? Crap. I did a new variable. So, that. I really want these. Indian doors. Oh, I hope this works. Honestly. As long as I don't have that slidey effects because it's not doesn't like the fact that it's updating the normal anymore. But here I'm not doing any distance things or thing weird stuff like that, so I shouldn't have that issue. Nice. It's just doing it up until takeoff in general. Nice. So now open this level here. Oh, nice. Now let's try and get a really awkward climb. Let's do slow mo on it. Nice. Okay. It's avoiding it pretty well. Nice. Okay. Get rid of you. Get rid of you. Bring back this debug sphere. A360. That one seems to be one of the very few ones causing problems. Might be because of the phases. Let me check. Maybe. I think that's the last thing I need to do when it comes to cleaning up animations. Those are sync points, I think. Yeah, so no, yeah, it's two phases. Don't know. It's pretty spot on. Let's try to do some angled stuff. Try to do some tricky angled climbs and see how it feels. I mean, in general, it's pretty fucking good. I wouldn't even lie to you. It feels crazy though. I mean, angled step ups are a thing of beauty, quite frankly. Let's try it here, like something like this corner here. Nice. That was the main thing. It doesn't pick up it picks up one. It doesn't then slide up onto the second one. Yeah. Okay, that's a really good change. Okay. Yeah, it just goes to one. It doesn't then just adjust itself to the next dude. Yeah, nice. Okay, so already that's a good change. Oh, so what's going on there? See, the ledge point updated, but that didn't. Oh, see there. See there, if it does a warp up, it's not that nice. If it does a step up, it's pretty spot on. I think that's the next thing I gotta do for the IK. Really put some limits on what points you can update the IK to. Because, yeah, I don't want that point sliding across. And if it does, I want it. Um, yeah, you know what? Yeah, that's what I've got. Got to do the same thing for the IK, I think. So that you're putting your hands on the same surface, first of all. Yeah, you can only update the IK point if it's the same surface, if the normals are the same, and yeah, well, those two really. Currently, there's nothing stopping it from updating the IK point, but those two things are really important. Yeah, I think next thing is just the IK. I think make this same change for the IK, and then I'll check this in. Yeah, that's a really good change, actually. Cool. Yeah. So, let's do the exact same change. First one was a really good change. But, yeah, I like that a lot. Let's do the same thing for the IK. I don't even think I need this, you know. Because that point is the IK, the curve alpha should just be 0, so it shouldn't matter. But now we'll leave it like that. Then we'll say, okay, I need to clean up this logic regardless, but, so if you want to update the thing points, if that is the case, see, so I don't necessarily like this. It's like it should only be set if it's doing because all of them do it apart from running jumps. But even if running jumps don't do it, it's like, does it make much of a difference? That's what I want to know because it shouldn't. They shouldn't have like kick curves on them anyway. Because the hands shouldn't be planting, so they should not have any curves. So the curve value should just be 0. But it might take a previous one if they have no curve in general, so it's probably best being safe than sorry. So I think, right, if we update sync points, So okay, it's here. And then we'll say here, hand IK find wall. I'm just gonna give you a vector. Okay. The hand IK find wall needs to return more things than just a vector. I think I want it to return alleged trace data. Similar to how we do the pelvis, but one for the wall. And then the complex layer, and then we can have way more stuff about the hit actor, all that blah 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 blah, all that shit, the normals, all that stuff. Makes it way more complex. Then we can do better checks. Because rather than saying, oh, if our left hand trace is not the zero vector, then we can do it. But that's not what we want. We want to say, well, if we've hit something, um, yeah, this is pretty bad. Yeah, if we've hit something, like if it's a valid ledge, right? If we return a valid ledge, yeah, that's way better. That's way, way, way better. Okay, before I do this, let me check this other one in. Do this, then go to bed. Let's have it. But let's just do this. This is the last thing, and then I pretty much. There's just a couple things I need to check traces. Then just go check a couple traces, and then boom. Oh, me actually ticked off my entire list for tonight. So I'll actually feel better if I do that. So okay, let's check this stuff in. Very tired. Why do this to me? It could take just 5 minutes to be fair. It could take like 10, 20 minutes. And then I'll be annoyed because then I won't have to do it. Let's go, let's just do it. Let's just fucking do it. Could I not just? Then I feel like I have a value, don't I? Don't know. Like I think I in here. Rather than this, I can just be like, I can just make this IK data. The left, no, I guess it's a bit specific. Rather than making two IK data, no, that's fine. Okay, so let's do this. So let's say, okay, cool. So this is gonna take the bone location of wherever bone name is. Trace start bone location. It's 100. Oh yeah, take one offset. Yeah. Cool. And then we'll say trace hit result. Trace hit result is equal to the trace hit result is going to be equal to the line trace. Oh yeah, we move it back a meter, don't we? Cool. It's going to equal to the line trace. Yeah. Well, yeah. So it's going to equal to the line trace. Trace start for vector. This is 250. And then we say, okay, if we have a hit, then we want to return not this. So then we want to say f ledge trace data, ik trace data. We're just checking here. Valid ledge is equal to false. Cool, cool, cool. Then we want to say, wow, sleepy today. Yeah, they want to say ik trace data dot ledge location equal to trace hit result dot impact point, right? And then we'll say, yep, it's going to equal to the trace hit result dot impact point. Let me say ik trace data dot ledge location dot z is going to be equal to the forced z height. Cool. And then we'll say ik trace data dot ledge normal. It's going to be equal to trace hit result. Result dot impact normal. All right. And then we'll say ik trace data dot hit actor. It's going to be to trace hit result. Cool. There we go, just like that. And now, then what we'll return Oh, first of all, say IK. And then we say, oh, found a valid ledge. It's true. Return IK trace data. There we go. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So there we go. So we found a valid ledge. We go, yep, found a valid ledge. We say ledge location is that, do whatever the addition stuff. Then we say the ledge normal is going to be the impact normal. And here is going to be hit normal. Return that. Return this. Redundant if there's a redundant one. Okay, so cool. Now, when we actually use hand IK find wall, right? So here, yeah. Okay, so then we want to say here, right? We want to say rather than this, we're gonna say can. We're gonna add a function to basically be like can update IK sync point. Oh no, we need to pass in a. Okay, and then we'll say here this has no return statement. Cool. Then we're gonna say here if no, so we say return. Okay, so then we can say const. Ooh, so we're gonna say. So we're gonna say is the same ledge as the main data as main data, but as main. Let's just say if it's the same ledge, right? Which is gonna basically, but the issue I'm gonna do here is that it's not whether or not if it's the same ledge as the first IK sync point. It's is it the same ledge as the um climb? So we say get ledge trace data. Ah, issue this. Shit. Ooh. What we're gonna have to do actually. Initial. Okay. Okay, okay, okay. That's completely fine. All we have to do is this initial ledge trace data. We just need to move it from here to the player-based movement class so they can all um, make use of it. Because then they should still be able to use, yeah, still be able to use it just fine because it's a child class. But we use protected, so only child classes can access it. Beautiful. Then we'll say is the same ledge, and then when we set is the thing that's completely fine. Then when we say is the same ledge, what we're gonna say is initial. I think k trace data dot hit actor equal to initial ledge trace data dot hit actor. Right, and then we update this initial ledge trace data whenever we do the thing. Cool. So this is going to be like, okay, well, is my IK trace, is the actor I'm hitting the same as the one I initially hit when I triggered my climb or whatever I'm doing? Cool. Then want to say is similar normal. So if the IK dot ledge normal dot between this initial ledge trace data dot ledge normal, so we know that wall normals are sorry, it's greater than 0.9f, so we know the wall normals are pretty similar. Um so has it hit wall? Is it the same ledge and has it a similar return? It's hit wall. Normal. Return those three. And that allows us to know whether or not we can update the IK sync point. Then we'll say in our update IK data here, rather than saying does it not equal zero vector? Because obviously that's a little bit less complex. Now we're going to say if can left hand trace, right? If we can update it, cool, cool, cool. Yeah, and I will say here, if we can update the initial trace, right? So yeah, if we can update the IK sync point, see, I don't know if I need this found initial and IK ledge. Because I basically use that to be like, well, have you found the ledge yet? Okay, if not, set the thing to the height of wherever you want to go to, right? But it just picks up the ledge because the ledge shoots like 2.5 meters in front. So it always just picks it up. Oh, yeah, because the trace just shoots so far in front. So it's near impossible to not get it. Um, I'm just a bit like, but I guess if it's off the wall, actually, we do need this. Okay, fine, that makes sense. So if it's a valid point, right? It's going to be equal to left-hand trace dot edge location. And then we say we found an initial. Then we found a valid point. All good. Set that to that. If we've not, check. Well, have we not found a valid IK edge? Have we not found a valid IK edge? Yeah. If we not found it, if we otherwise, if we not found a valid initial and IK edge, okay, well then set it to just left and right and a sync height. The same for this. And trace. I think that should do it. Oof, set an alarm for 10 a.m. Go for a run. Maybe 10:30 actually. 10:30. I knew it. That's somewhere. Yeah, there's a sus include file. I don't know where I opened it though. Here, trace manager. Knew it. Those use Unreal. If you ever get like a really weird, just random ass like error like that, you probably have a questionable include file somewhere.
It came out in February of 2000. Mark III doesn't have. Getting pics out on your phone via the Canon app and then on social media super quickly, as well as being able to control your camera from the app.
Nice. Nice. Let's jump in sound level real quick, have a little run around, and if that is all good, I'm gonna call it, check this in and call it a night. Okay, let's try. Let's try do some vaults in like corners of stuff. Let's try and provoke it to do something funky, like here. Okay, didn't want to. Good. Let's try doing a corner. Yeah, nice. It didn't. Just didn't pick it up, which is really good. Beautiful. Really good. That's exactly what we want to see. Yeah, it just doesn't pick it up, just follows the hand. Nice. That's preferred. Because then it's like avoids any complex. It's like if it's not the same wall, just don't even fucking try. Just keep, you're gonna be in some kind of weird corner, and then just fucking bring it to the ledge height and follow the hand position. Let's try this corner here. Don't get any weird stuff now. All right. See, there's a gap here. That's me. Okay, so let me check this in. That's a really good fix. I'm happy with that. Really good fix, that. A couple good, really good QL changes coming in there though. Checking in a bit.
Nice.
Just
Very nice.
yeah. No,
Trying
but
to
basically
figure.
I did a lot of basically can update sync point, can update IK points. That just do some more robust checks to make sure the points that we're getting. So now with the sync points, rather I took it out. I changed the trace. I took out that if thingy in the fine ledge. If the wall hit normal, now I check. Okay, has it got similar normals? Is it the same actor? Which is one really key thing now. So the fine ledge can do whatever it does, right? But because before it used to warp across when it picked another actor, which is just like crazy. Initially I was like, okay, well let me just always check the scale, right? But then because the scale uses phases and then the ledge locations from the different ledge things, it was just too much different things to take into account. So I was like, well, let's look at the actor that we're on. Let's make sure we're on the same actor, and then we look at is the normal the same, and then between takeoff and that. So it's killed off a load of issues there. There might be a couple of things I would look at later, but I'm going to come to that. And then with the IK, it's very similar things. What's the normal of the wall? Is it the same? Is it the same wall? And have we got valid? Is the climb is it the same wall as the climbing wall and stuff like that? So now I don't know. You might notice when you climb. When I check it in, when you climb in corners now, I don't know if you know it before. It used to pop up to the wall above it or do
Yeah.
go between the two, right? Now it
Yeah.
if it doesn't find it, it's just I'm just gonna go to the appropriate height I need to be and then it just follow the hand, and it looks pretty good. Then it looks really good actually. So it now doesn't do that weird jump to that wall, come back down to this wall, go up there, go inside there, flip around, turn around. It's just go to that wall, and then also if it's if it slides over to the other wall, but I can't update it, I'm gonna just keep that point the same. So it'll just try and bring it to that wall there, so it's a lot nicer. I still need to tweak the rig because there seems to be some sliding of the hands because of bone settings, but I shall do that tomorrow. But that's quite rare as well. It only happens one or two animations. The rest look pretty good.
Oh yeah, I think we can we can leave it maybe.
Before I check it in, I want to
Yeah,
quickly.
I did a similar. I had to deal with a similar issue. Um, finding the ledge, finding the surface width, with the new system. Yeah, it's tricky because, yeah, you can say if it's not the same object, then don't do it because you change objects, so you shouldn't do it. But sometimes the objects are if you see of the
Yeah,
flower pot thing, you go to
yeah,
objects that are basically the same
the
surface.
same
It's just
thing but separate.
different objects, and that is where you need they is the same object test. It doesn't really work for me because
Yeah,
even if they're different objects, they are still part of like basically the same.
yeah, hundred
Um,
percent. Yeah, I guess also the key is with my one is a lot more refined. I don't really want it to do too much. If it is two separate objects, I really don't want you looking even considering the second one.
yeah.
Which helps. Okay, cool. I'm gonna quickly. Well, if are you playing around with the find ledge?
Yeah, I was just,
Okay.
trying to fix a stupid bug. I think I have it now, but it took me like 3 hours. It's a bit
Okay.
not really
I'm
not
gonna.
really
Sorry.
proud of my night. Yeah, if you change anything in there, I'll just merge it. Don't worry. I had
Okay.
quite a big changes there, but
Okay. Okay. I'm not sure then what you're gonna be fixing. So let me not do the same thing as you. So what I'm gonna leave that for you for now. I'm checking what I've got, and I'm gonna get some sleep. And we'll leave that for you.
yeah. If you like,
Um.
if you did you change Find Ledge
Ever
quite a
so
lot? Or?
no. I mean, all I did was delete that if statement. That's
Ah,
all.
okay. No,
That's
it's
the only
fine. It's
change I
fine.
made.
Gonna merge it.
But
Yeah.
yeah, I was gonna make some change, do some checks now. But I'm just gonna wait till you've done all your changes, and then we can talk about it.
Yeah. I need to get. I mean, to be honest, I mean, most of my changes are debug print just to understand what's going on. But yeah, I'm gonna get. I think I know why he's doing the thing, so I
Yeah.
should be able to
Okay.
change
Cool. That's cool then. I'm gonna yeah. So I've pushed my stuff to dev. Grab that whenever you want. Should just be back here all stuff. A couple still stuff here and there to fix still. And some logic I want to check on, some more diagonal and faults like that in terms of looking at angles and shit like that. But in general, it's a lot better. Yeah. Tomorrow, tomorrow main thing for me, I really want to get the the jumps and vaults with the new system in. I think that'd be really cool. And then I want to look at the balance and see how that is playing. Because I haven't really looked at it again for a bit. And then actually, I think the very first end main thing is that let's finish the climb. I think so. With that being said, to finish the climbing, let's because I think it'd be cool to put like a marker off on the climbs for 0-10 and be like, we're done, like no more touching it, and then I can move on to the UI stuff with guns, and clear it out.
it.
So and like give
You
and then
mean
I can move.
the the button to stop on the ledge?
So I think the next thing is like sticks. So if tomorrow we can, I think first thing just decide how we're gonna do the sticks, do that, implement it, see what the coverage is like, if it works, if it doesn't work, blah blah blah. And then that'll basically tick off climbs. So then if there's anything else you're changing with vaults, I can work on the
Yeah.
like flow and player state and stamina and all that stuff with guns, and then we can do vaults. And then
Yeah.
I think we're pretty much
Yeah.
there, right?
Exactly. Yeah. Like I will do another update uh for the tutorial stuff. What the heck's going on there? So I will just release this all new like super uh improved locomotion, and then at the latest stage we will do the. I guess the tutorial is gonna be probably another couple of days.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a
More.
few days. Um, yeah. So I think if tomorrow then, um, if tomorrow we can do the vaults and the stick thing, let's release tomorrow night.
Yeah.
To the back as this next version B or whatever. Um, and then if we know that, then get the feedback from that, right? See what works well. If there's any bugs that we just didn't bypass, fix that up. And then while we're doing that, we can work on what's it called, the the tutorial.
Yeah. Because I think
Just
like with the tutorial we can send it to Sony, I think.
yeah, tutorial. Because for me as well, I want to add. I think will be cool as well. I want to add some haptics. So, because I think
Yeah.
they seem to.
Yeah,
It
they're gonna
seems like
love it.
something they
Yeah,
really
they have
love
to
these
go.
days, right? Like all the haptic feedback and immersion
Yeah.
stuff. So just to give a bit of a taste of like, oh look, they actually are putting some haptics in and stuff. So I think some haptics. We need to figure out what we're gonna do with flow and health because I would like the UI to be fully like doing stuff. I think that'd be
Yeah,
really useful. It's like if you take a
and
big drop, just drop your health a bit. So it's whatever.
probably the
Um,
free assets as well. They could do really something, right? Instead of
that's what I mean. So I think it's just
nothing.
like if we can find a way to get the whole UI animated and get impacted from gameplay, right? I think that's the next thing. And then as long as then once we have it where the UI is moving around, doing different things, it's like it has life in it. The character is doing its thing. The climbs are good. The vaults are good. General traversal is pretty good. I think the tutorial's nice and fluid. The UI is good. We've got a good style on that. Let's send it to Sony. Call it a day.
Yeah, let's do it.
And then we'll release on. Well, before we send Zoe, we'll let's do a dev update. Like I would do. I think I would like to do like a proper video on it. Like get maybe borrow one of the cameras for the STORROR guys or something. And like sort of like do a proper like dev update kind of vibes where we sit down and talk to the camera and then interleave it with clips and blah blah blah. And then yeah, release that. Post a couple clips and teaser. Release the 010 on the socials and go from there.
Yeah, I think a format like we did with Drew, but maybe in a better setting could work.
Oh, like we did with Drew when he came to yours.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was thinking sort of like yeah, sort of similar, like where we're all just on a couch or something, and then just or
Yeah, just
sat
and then
somewhere,
play
and then
the
we
game
just talk to
character,
the
yeah.
camera, right, and talk to each other about.
Yeah.
So it'd be like, and then like with that clip of like, because what that video they made that we used for the London Games Fest, we can probably the first like minute of it is good in terms of describing what the game is and stuff. Because I anticipate we'll have a lot of new eyes for this next new version, so. I kind of have an idea for the video, so when we get to that point, we can brainstorm and go through it. But yeah, I think we're there. I think we're pretty much there. To be honest. Feels a lot better. So
Yeah, it feels good, yeah. I think it feels like proper good now, to be honest.
let's do it. Sweet, awesome, Dodo. I shall see you tomorrow.
That's it. Catch you tomorrow, boys.
My stream.